These things will reward you for the rest of your trading life every goddamn day. There will never be a day where one of these things I just laid out to you does not happen to you. Never. You understand this? Never, never. My mom used to say, Oliver, never say never. You just never know. Mom, I'm sorry. I'm saying never. You will never be able to show me a day where that list that I just diagrammed for you does not happen to you. So you know what this means? This means that there's an opportunity for you or more every single day of your life. No excuses. Oliver, I can't find a trade. No excuses. I don't know, the market's different. I can't seem to find opportunity. No excuses. This stuff happens every single day, all the time. I would not even teach you something that does not happen frequently. That doesn't make sense. How do you make a living off something that happens once every 5 months? This happens over and over and over again every single day. In fact, it'll happen too much because you won't have enough money to play them all. All right, so keep that in mind, guys. It's a very important point. It wiped out how much green? All of this. Let's go all the way to the low. Wiped out all of this work put in by the green. Go all the way to the low right there. There's the low. It wiped out all of the, it took out all the green. That's power. These power destructive bars, these bars that wipe out a lot of what the prior color, the opposing color did, the work that the opposing color put in, and then in one bar, boom, doing. Like that, just wipes it out. That has close to a 90% follow through. 90% follow through. Do you understand what a 90% follow through is? That's almost like a guarantee. That's almost like guaranteed money in the market. It's crazy. It's crazy accurate. It's crazy consistent. It's like if you took that odds to Vegas, you would bankrupt the entire Vegas, all of Vegas, if they let you keep playing with those odds. What I'm going to share with you today will start working for you the very next trading day, which is, oh yeah, it's Monday. This is not going to be something that you'll need to study for weeks and months before it starts working. No, if you do this correctly, you're going to start seeing this work for you Monday. The techniques are instantly effective for the person who applies them correctly. The two trading themes that we will touch upon or delve into are, as I mentioned, slightly more sophisticated. One of those themes is counter trend trading. Most people lose in the market because of 4 to 5 basic things. But the biggest thing of all of these 4 or 5 reasons, is fighting the trend. Most traders can solve most of their problems by not fighting the trend. So I want you to understand how this is beyond that, where I'm now going to go into counter trend trading. I'm taking you into the danger, what some people would consider the danger zone of trading, fighting the trend, going against the trend. Now, why am I going to do that with you? Because, look, trading with the trend is one of the pillars of proper trading. But there are times when going against the trend is the very best thing you can do as a trader at that moment, in that market, at that instant. And if you want total trading mastery, you're going to have to learn how to ride the trend like a pro, of course, trade with the trend like a pro, but also you want to go to the ultimate level of mastery. You'll know those moments and times when it's like, now it's not time to go with the trend. The trend traders are going to get killed now. It's time to go against the trend. That's what I'm going to teach you today. You're going to know precisely when it's appropriate to do this, okay? I find that certain traders are trying to develop their skill on the short side. They really struggle. People struggle on the short side more than they struggle on the long side, even though shorting the market is easier. They seem to mentally and psychologically struggle with the short side more than they do with the long side. But the key, guys, is that the short side actually offers quicker and more consistent gains than the long side when you're playing in a small time frame. When you're playing in a big time frame, that is not the case. When you're playing in like the long-term trading time frame, long-term investing, that is not the case. But when we're playing for income, when you're playing to make several $1,000s a day in a short period of time, like that type of trading, short trading does have a higher level of consistency, and the profits come harder and faster than on the long side. So you want that short trading skill under your belt. But a lot of people do have psychological issues with going short. So these are the two themes we're going to talk about. They're kind of like the two taboo themes. Fighting the trend, going against the trend, but at the right professional moment, and betting on the downside like a freaking pro. All right, get ready, let's go. The trading techniques that I'm going to cover while fleshing out those two themes are the following: the three-finger spread, the power bar start play, the market law foreplay, the 20 MA halt play, and the position one setup. All right, so we're going to lightly touch on all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these techniques that flesh out these two trading themes. The three-finger spread is nothing more than 3 items that are spread apart. And what are those items? First, there's a 200 period moving average. Simple, moving average, 200 period moving average, boom. The second item is a 20 period moving average. Simple. All our moving averages are simple moving averages of whatever time frame you're trading. We predominantly trade the 2-minute time frame for short-term oriented trading. So the 200 period moving average of the 2-minute chart, the 20 period moving average of the 2-minute chart in our case, and of course, your stock. That's your stock or the item that you're trading. When all 3 items are spread apart like this, where your stock is far above the 20 and your 20 is far above the 200, you have what I call the three-finger spread. Look at me. All 3 items are spread apart. 1, 2, 3, boys and girls, with spaces in between, boys and girls. It's not rocket science, right? Three-finger spread. Now, like that. This would be your three-finger spread. This is the diagram that tells you it's become overbought. This is what this three-finger spread is communicating to you. And it's telling you that the next move is back this way, where all 3 come together again. So you have all 3 have started together, have gone into a three-finger spread scenario. And this three-finger spread scenario is telling you that what's next is the reversal of that to go back to the 3 fingers close. You can get this on the reverse side too, guys. So that was the upside. But what about the reverse side where your stock is down here, your 20 is here, and your 200 is there? Now, this is the three-finger spread in reverse where your stock has been dropping and has gone from relatively narrow here to the three-finger spread, boom, wide apart. The 200 is wide, the stock is wide apart from its 20. The 20 is wide apart from its 200. All 3 items are spread apart. Now, this stock down here should be ready to reverse. That's what that three-finger spread is telling you. Stock's ready to come back to a narrow state. Now, the next thing I need to cover with you is the power bar start. I'm going to try to get through these relatively quickly because I don't want to keep it too long. This can be short, sweet, and very powerful. So the power bar start is when you have a run-up in your stock. All right. So a run up like that, or something like that. If you get this, a red bar next like that, that's not a power bar. That's just a regular red bar. Know the difference. That's a regular red bar. But if you get this, boom, that's a power bar start. This is starting a brand new series of red. Even though the trend is up, even though you've had multiple green bars to the upside, even though the momentum was to the upside, this power bar start is telling you red has now taken over and there should be a series of red to follow. This is the power bar start after a series of green. So we would short this looking for follow through. That's the power bar start to the downside. Let me show you the power bar start to the upside. The power bar start to the upside is just a reverse where you've got momentum to the downside and something like boom. That would be a power bar start that's telling you, even though the trend is down, even though there's a series of red prior, this power bar turn, this power bar start has cracked the back of red and should. Now remember, it's not just a color start. See, this is a color start. That's not enough. We need a power bar start. This has to be a power bar, not a regular bar. They don't count, all right? So that's the power bar start, guys. That gives us the ability to go the other way. We'll look at charts of all of these. This is going to be really clear for you, I promise. Then there's the market law 4 is simply when your stock has been moving down, it has a move up, it retests, it falls back. Now look at all of these lows. These were lower lows, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low, not a lower low, or not a significantly lower low like the before. This is a fail. So we call this one market law 4. That's because I teach traders, guys, I teach traders market laws. And this just happens to be the 4th one of my market laws that I teach. So basically it is, if your stock has been making a series of lower lows, then has a strong rally, and the next pullback fails to make a new low, you have a market law 4 scenario, and you can now think about going the other way. Let's go back. So if you have a stock that has been making a series of lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, it has a strong rally off one of those lows. The next pullback does not make a significant new low. It can make a peekaboo new low, that's fine, but not a significant new low. Boom, and moves up here strongly. You have a market law 4 scenario. We're looking to go the other way with this. Many markets bottom with market law 4. Some people call them double bottoms, and it is a double bottom for the most part. But my market law 4 concept is a bit more refined. I'm not going to do the refined version here. It's just the basic explanation is enough for our purposes here today. But market law 4s do tend to mark very nice, strong bottoms, even though the trend is down. The trend is down here. Do you understand? But we go long here and boom. Okay, because of the market law 4. Now, you can have the market law 4 on the upside too. Higher highs, drop, rally back, fail to make a significant new low, and boom, there is your market law 4 top. And there should be follow through to the downside now. So you had higher highs, higher high, higher high, higher high, higher high, drop, failure to make a significant higher high, and boom, you need the drop, that shakes everybody. Whoa, what was that? Then it starts rallying back, and you're like, oh, everything is still fine. Oh my goodness. We come back to the prior high. Everyone's expecting a new high again. It doesn't happen. And then boom. And like, that's the second time the building shook. So that's market law 4. There should be follow through. We go short right there. We'll look at charts that demonstrate all of this. The charts are going to lock it in. Now there's the 20 MA halt play, guys, is when your stock has maybe it's even market law forward on you. Boom. Market law 4. Boom. There's your market law 4. Lower low, lower low, lower low. Failure to make a lower low. Put that market law 4 right there. Now, your 20 period moving average is declining on this. But at some point here, it's going to start like this, and your stock breaks the high, pulls back, and halts at the 20 period moving average. That is called a 20 MA halt. Now, let me make it very clear. In a nutshell, a 20 MA halt is simply a stock that has come from under the 20 period moving average, rallied above the 20 period moving average, dropped back to the 20 period moving average, failed to significantly. Now it can peekaboo break, guys, that's fine. But it failed to significantly break and boom to the upside. The key is, in most cases, the stock has been under the 20 for a while. So the stock is under the 20, under the 20, under the 20, under the 20, under the 20. But this move might break the 20 the first time. Boom. So that move is strong enough to break the 20 oftentimes. But the next drop is the key. So the next drop breaks back below the 20. Maybe fails to make a new low. That's your market law 4. Remember that market law 4 concept. Lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low, not a lower low. Market law 4 concept in the house. Now we have to break this, see? We break the peak. Now we've got higher highs. And if the next low after a higher high, the next drop does not break the 20, you're off to the races. That's a 20 MA halt right there. 20 MA halt. Once again, the key is that you were below the 20 for a while. You came from under the 20, rallied above the 20, and the next pullback failed to break the 20. The 20 MA halted. Halt! Who goes there? That's a very powerful entry here, especially for those who are nervous about market law 4s. They can try to grab the 20 MA halts that tend to happen after market law 4s. And of course, guys, that can happen on reverse. Let me quickly show you that. Boom, boom. And you'll see, like here, let me show you. Your 20 is rising, 20 is rising, 20 is rising, right? Boom. This next rally halts at the 20. So you were above the 20, above the 20, above the 20, above the 20. You broke the 20. You rallied back above the 20. You broke back through it again, and the next rally does not get through it anymore. Boom! Now you completely reverse your trend. That's the 20 MA halt. Halt is position 1. I teach traders how to grab a stock's state. Let's say that's a stock's state. Right below a stock's state is what I call position 1. Right below it. It's a zone below it. It doesn't have to be right under the state, but it's relatively close to the state, right below it. Your best shorts will happen from negative position 1. So in this state will be your stock, your 200 period moving average will be in that state, your 20 will be in that state, your 20 period moving average will be in that state. So your 20 period moving average, your 200 and your stock will kind of be clustered together a lot of times, creating the state and your stock. be in this -1. This is +1 up here. Under the state is -1. Your best shorts will happen from strong red bars in negative position 1 that have great follow through. Boom, 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 boom. These things will reward you for the rest of your trading life every goddamn day. There will never be a day where one of these things I just laid out to you does not happen to you. Never. You understand this? Never, never. My mom used to say, Oliver, never say never. You just never know. Mom, I'm sorry. I'm saying never. You will never be able to show me a day where that list that I just diagrammed for you does not happen to you. So you know what this means? This means that there's an opportunity for you or more every single day of your life. No excuses. Oliver, I can't find a trade. No excuses. I don't know, the market's different. I can't seem to find opportunity. No excuses. This stuff happens every single day, all the time. I would not even teach you something that does not happen frequently. That doesn't make sense. How do you make a living off something that happens once every 5 months? This happens over and over and over again every single day. In fact, it'll happen too much because you won't have enough money to play them all. All right, so keep that in mind, guys. It's a very important point. Here's the crazy thing. I know you love it. I know you love it. You know how I know you love it? Because there is something in the human spirit that loves to break the rules, right? Don't you love it when you get away with something? Don't you love it when the underdog wins? Or don't you love it when you do something wrong and you still win? It's almost like you cheated and yeah, I still got away. Like I know you love going against the trend. I know it. But if I know you love it, you might as well learn how to do it the right freaking way, right? If I can't stop you from fighting the trend, at least I can show you how to do it right. All right, guys, let's go. I teach my traders how to grab the state. So one quick and dirty way of knowing your state is to just look at the distance between the 20-period moving average and the 200. And it's relatively close here, see? Relatively close here. You can see 3 green bars in a row. Looks powerful. And then all of a sudden, boom, you get a power bar start the other way. This bar is powerful enough to make my traders understand that I've trained understand that not only is this green move to the upside over, we're going now potentially into an extended down move because of the power of this one single bar. The way something starts is such an important key. If that red bar was normal, it would just be a pause. But if you give me the power start, I know it's the reversal 9 times out of every 10. Give me the normal bar and it's a pause. But you give me a destructive power red bar that sears through a lot of the work that green was doing. Oh, the tides have turned, buddy. It's time to bet to the downside. And you can look at it on the chart here. Up, 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 boom. Look at the full length of the red bar. So all the way to the low, look at the damage it did. It wiped out how much green? All of this. Let's go all the way to the low. Wiped out all of this work put in by the green. Go all the way to the low right there. There's the low. It wiped out all of this. It took out all the green. That's power. These power destructive bars, these bars that wipe out a lot of what the prior color, the opposing color did, the work that the opposing color put in, and then in one bar, boom, doing. Like that, just wipes it out. That has close to a 90% follow through. 90% follow through. Do you understand what a 90% follow through is? That's almost like a guarantee. That's almost like guaranteed money in the market. It's crazy. It's crazy accurate. It's crazy consistent. It's like If you took that odds to Vegas, you would bankrupt the entire all of Vegas if they let you keep playing with those odds. So I tell my traders, dive into power, dive into it. You can dive into it at the end of the power, that's fine, to make sure that it's going to be a power. But if that's a 2-minute bar, make sure you get into that power 2-minute bar before that 2-minute period stops, before that bar stops, before that bar's heart stops pumping, before that bar finishes its work. You jump inside of that bar, your protection is above the bar. That's your stop. Now, sit back and watch. That's the power bar start. Let's look at Tesla. Beautiful. I'm teaching you how to counter trend, where you see green, 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 green first, but there's a moment where it might be smart to go against that green. But if you do, you better make sure it's a power bar start. So here, Tesla starts off beautifully. Well, it didn't. That's not the start of the day. But anyway, you got green bar up, green bar up, green bar, green bar, green bar, green bar, green bar, and boom, power bar start. Not a regular bar, not a little bar, not a regular bar, but a power solid bar start. My traders are diving. They're coming in from all over, way over here with a freaking missile. Boom! In that bar before it finishes, protection above the high. That's your risk right here. This is your risk. Then the rest is history. Some of my traders, even if they missed this bar, they would get in on this bar. Some people might say, well, Oliver, isn't that late? No, that is not late. You can still get it because it's power bar destruction. This bar is destroying. Look how much it's destroying. Let's take it from the low and see how much it's wiping out. You see how much both of the bars wiped out? You don't come back. You don't come back from destruction like that. It doesn't happen. I mean, maybe once in a blue moon. And when that happens, if that happens on you, you just sit back and smile because you know it's like, man, I'm not going to see you for another few years. You don't come back from that kind of destruction. And this type of power reversal and destruction that turns the tide, changes fortunes, has close to a 90% follow through, which pretty much in market play is like saying, I got a guarantee. Look at what happened after this one. You got it really accelerated, and look what happened after the second one. Let's look at the reverse. In all honesty, I like power greater than this, but here is, you don't have the power, but you have the 3-finger spread. See, here you don't have the 3-finger spread. That 20 and the 200 are relatively close here. But here you have the stock is way below the 20. The 20 is way below the 200. Boom, boom. Now take the first color change. You got the 3-finger spread. You're wide enough. Take the first color change. Green wipes out this red here. Boom. There's your entry. There's your protection. This is your risk. And there's your reversal. So we've got, my traders will be playing here and there and there. Boom. Whacking it both ways. Nothing is safe. Nothing is safe. Now this is the 3-finger spread. Remember I told you stock accelerates way below the 20. 20 is way below the 200. Take the first color change. What's the first color change? When does green take out red? That's the first color change. And if you get power, guys, look at this. Remember how something starts is important. If you get power from that 3-finger spread, my goodness, are you kidding me? The power bar reversal is powerful all by itself. That has almost a 90% follow-through rate. Power destructive reversal has huge consistency. If you get that power reversal and a 3-finger spread, you don't understand. You don't understand. I know you don't. It's crazy. Look at this. 3-finger spread and the power. That is crazy. Now, remember I said sometimes when you're coming from under that 20, you're going to come back to that 20, kiss it a little bit. Remember I told you a little bit over it is fine. Little peekaboo is fine. Then that's the 20 MA halt I told you about. So guys, my point is when you start stacking these elements, 3-finger spread, stocks down here, and the power bar concept together, 3-finger spread is already very powerful. Power bar, destructive power bar reversal is already very powerful. You put them two together, you get double the power, or at least double the reliability. Remember I told you what -1, position -1 is? Look at that power bar, guys, from -1. Here's your position, here's your state. Look at the power bar born right into the -1 position. Your best shorts are going to come from -1s. My traders would be diving into this bar, boom, before it finishes trading, and the rest is history. Always tell them, take the first color change always. What's the next color change? After your original entry, what's the next color change? Under this green bar, boom. There's your ad. The next one is takeable, but that's optional. But the first one is not optional. This one's mandatory. This one's mandatory. And the rest is history. Now, look at how Coinbase took your short, took you all the way to what? A 3-finger spread, which leads you to the possibility of a strong reversal or a reversal. Now, we've got the 3-finger spread, but look at what follows the 3-finger spread, a power bar start. So now you're extra sure this is the bottom, and it was. Guys, you understand the value being able to accurately say that's the bottom. I mean, how many people in this world can do that? That's the bottom right there. I got it. And you sit back and you just sip your tea. They're like, come on, how do you know it? That's the bottom. Really? Watch. But that's the ability that's possible. You know, you just have to know how to put it together. 3-finger spread and power bar, that's the bottom. Oh, look at this beautiful climb by Palantir, guys. Look at this. Ooh, look at that. Look at that move off the 20-period moving out. Woo! Boom! Right off the 20-period move. I love that. But that's not what I want to focus on. I want to focus on where it went from here. Boom! Now look at your stock. Look at the 20 and look at the 200. The 3-finger spread emerges again. Now, we need power to occur. You don't just short because you've got a 3-finger spread. Don't go against the 3-finger spread unless you get the power, which comes here. Boom! Now, your stop is above the high. So whatever the high is, here's your high, move into the 3-finger spread, and boom, there's your stop right there. Your entry is the power bar. You dive into the power bar. You can do it right before it finishes trading. Stop above the high. But we get a little baby, we get a little itsy little baby market law number 4. A little cute. A cute little market law 4. You see that? Look at that cute little market law 4. Look at it. Isn't it a little cute? Isn't it cute? Drop. Boom. Boom. Market law 4. Are you kidding me? Wait a minute here. You got a 3-finger spread, market law 4, and a power bar? 3 things? Saliva. Just saying, when these things start to stack on top of each other, the odds go through the roof. The rest is history here, guys. You got the move into, you got that move into the 3-finger spread. Boom, boom, boom. You got the power bar entry, then the market law 4, and then another power bar. I want you adding on this one. Boom. You have 2 entries here. This one, because this could have just kept going, but it gave you a market law 4. It almost stopped you out, which is fine. Stop outs every now and then are going to happen. That's why we have stops. But it gives you a market law 4, and then boom, another power bar. I want you to be all over this like white on rice, and the rest is history. Look at this. Look at this -1 position here. That's a beautiful bar, -1 position. Right, beautiful. But okay, I know you see it. I know you see it. So we're dropping. We rally. We drop back. Fail to make a significant new low, and boom, there's your power bar. Remember, guys, don't just do a market law 4. You need the power bar to lock it in. This power bar locks it in. And that's the power bar that you're going to enter. You're going to put your money into that bar sometime before that bar finishes trading. And the rest is history. This is picking the bottoms like a pro, picking the tops like a pro. It's not guessing it like, oh, Oliver, I think it's the top. Like, okay, tell me why. I can feel it. I can feel it. No, we don't trade your feelings. Give me another reason. Because it's been running up? Nope, not good enough. Because Jim Cramer said it's a buy? Now that might be a reason. All right, but you know what I'm saying. Most people don't know professionally how to pick a top and bottom. And that skill takes your level of acumen way above most. You understand? Most of market play is riding the trend, in the direction of the trend. Only the ultra masters know how to pick the bottoms and tops with a high degree of accuracy to play the opposite direction too. So they're far more profitable. Here we've got Meta, market law 4 with the power bar start. All right, so guys, you got 2 things here. There are 2 entries on this run up here if you wanted to. Here's run up. And then you got this power bar start here. Now you could give that a shot. Put your stop above the high. You could give that one a shot because that could have kept going. But it gives you a market law 4. Now remember, here's the thing, guys. Market law 4s can be even. They can be a little peekaboo top like that, or a little under top like that. It's relatively close. Doesn't have to be perfect, okay? So in this case, what you have is you've got this drop in a slightly lower low. But here we come. Boom! Power bar locks the market law 4 in. So you got power bar 1, market law 4, power bar, all happening in the same area. The rest is history. Guys, this happens every day, all the time, over and over again. Your problem will not be finding these things. Your problem will be that your account's not big enough to take all of them. That's going to be your problem, not the lack of them. There's too many to play. Market law 4 and power bar and boom, boom, boom. 3-finger spread. You can't beat that combo. 3-finger spread, market law 4, boom, power bar start. Ooh, you see it? Guys, it's 44 freaking years I've been playing the markets. And this still gets me excited like a little kid, I promise. I'm telling you, it still does. Nothing ever really captured me like trading. Talk to me, baby. Boom, you're in that bar. The rest is history, guys. This is all counter trend trading. This is what the experts tell you you can't do, showing you how to do it. Now, I have this in here as an example, guys. Here's a macro market law 4 that didn't have the power bar. But I want you to note the nature of it is different. It's more grindy, it's more gradual. It's not stark, it's not sharp, it's not violent because it lacked the power bar. I don't actually take these, and I'll be really honest with you. I miss some opportunities, guys, by not taking these. I do. But, you know, I've always told my traders that missed money is better than lost money. So I'm willing to miss an opportunity if my scenario did not come to me. You see, I tell the markets, you play my game or you get no play from me at all. And the market says, I don't get any play from him. All right, well, I guess I just have to play his game then. I don't chase another trader's games. I don't chase another game. I don't get distracted by shiny things over there that's not my game. I know my game's market law 4s, power bar starts, you understand? 20 MA halt. These represent my game with my rules. I bring the rules. I bring the game I want to play. If you can't give me that, you get absolutely no attention from me. But so many traders are off over here because this is shiny. And oh, wait a minute, there's news on this. And Jim Cramer said this over there. And oh, wait, my friend says he has an insider over there. Oh, and Saturn's aligned with Uranus. They're all over the place. You've got to define the game that you play and demand that the market give it to you, or you just simply don't play. That's where discipline comes in. And where there is discipline, there's consistency. All right? All right, guys. So this would not have been one of mine, guys, even though it is a legitimate market law 4 setup. All right. I know you know the play. Do you see it? I know you see it. I know you see it. Do you see the 3-finger spread in United Airlines? Do you see the power bar start? I know you see it. You're an expert. It doesn't take me long to bring you to an intellectual expert. 3-finger spread, power bar start. Boom, get in that bar before it finishes, stop above the high, and the rest is history. You have professionally gone against the trend and won. That is a superpower.